Well, how are you doing? All right. So I've got the CMS basic standalone public use file, prescription drug event file number 1, downloaded to my local drive. It's just right there. Just download that puppy. It's pretty big. It's a real good friend of mine. And I've got a bunch of create table statements. And I'm just going to make some tables in a new server. And right now you can see my memory usage is at 3 gigabytes out of 16 gigabytes. So here's mserver. This is the latest stable release, July 2015. And here's a client. I'm just running basically the same create table statement over and over again. The only difference is it's table test A, test B, test C, and so on. So I can copy this and paste that puppy into my client. Operation successful, and I'm going to do that 9 more times. So it's just table test A through test J. Paste all these, and so now I've got 10 tables, test A through test J, and they're all empty. Okay, so important, memory. Right now I'm at 3 gigabytes. I'm going to copy the first big file. This is pretty big file. I'm going to copy it directly into the first table that's test A. So I paste this here, it's going to run, and obviously the memory usage is going to go up. Totally expected. Totally cool. That's pretty awesome. And then I'm going to do this 9 more times. And what I assume should happen is each time it should go back down if I paste it into a different, if I copy these records into a different table every time. But on Windows, that's not what happens. The memory does not release. So this will just take a little while. You can fast forward basic. Okay, so this is 10 million records, 10 million records, and I'm just going to change. The only thing that I'm changing about this is changing test A to test B. So I'm copying these into distinct tables. And look at the memory. It's at 3.3 now. It's not at 3.0. So this is the process that I'm just going to do 10 times here. And look, memory goes up to 3.5. It's going to keep going up and going up 3.6 now. It's not going to ever release that memory. The only way to release that memory on Windows is to close mserver and open it up again, which should not be the case. So I'm going to do this 10 times. At this point, you can fast forward to the end of this video. This is really suspenseful for me, so I'm gonna do it some more. But you're going to see that the memory, goes up and down a bit, but it consistently goes up and up and up. It doesn't. So remember, it started at 2.9, and then it went to 3.3, and now it's at 3.6. So now I'm copying into table test C, and it's going to keep going up and keep taking more and more memory. So if you're on a system with not billions of rows worth of RAM, then you have this problem where your RAM continues to get consumed in the Windows operating system. It never gets released. So that's the story. And yeah, you can, at this point, you should fast forward because this stuff is going to be totally boring. Unless you think it's really fun, like me, then it's really fun. Okay, so they're all read in, and now if I close the client and watch the memory, 6.3, and now if I close the server, and then if I open up the server again, it's back down to below where it was it was at 2.9 before, but now I can reuse the client just as before and access the same table, but more than 3 gigabytes have been freed simply by closing and reopening the server, which I believe should not happen.